Hi everyone, Eric Lewis here, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. There are so many different types of shot shells out there. We thought it would be kind of fun and interesting to break down a few, cut a few open so that you can see exactly what's inside and see what some of these differences are rather than just reading it on a box. So starting over here, we've got a turkey load. It's a Magnum. You can see it's got a little bit bigger powder. It's more of a flake, and then it's got 6-shot. So as a reference, you can see kind of the size of it here. Then we're going to move over to your basic target load. It's going to be lead shot. These BBs unfortunately kept sliding forward. We couldn't keep them where they needed to be. They're really tiny, just a lot more pellets, so that way you're able to have higher odds of hitting your target when you're shooting clays and things like that. Now we're going to move up to the big boy 3.5-inch Federal Steel BBB. This is the Speed Shock. You can see it's got, instead of a salt filler, it's got more of a wax. It's more consistent with the size of the BBs. Like I said, these are BBB, and you can see they're substantially larger than the 6-shot over here. Also a little bit different powders. Just kind of neat to see how all this lays out. Even down to the wadding, it's all specific to the application. This is a lot tighter. It's got a less of an impact cushion on the back, so it's going to be more direct. It's going to also hold your pattern tighter because the wadding's not going to immediately split open. So you look at the target load wad, it's a lot shorter because it is a shorter shell, but even at that, it's going to hold everything, but as soon as it comes out of the end of your barrel, it's going to be flaring open so that you get a wider pattern so that you can hit your targets and you don't have to be quite as accurate. You have a little bit more leniency on it. Now we're going to move over to the Federal Premium Black Cloud. This is waterfowl specific. It's a 3-inch shell. It has 3-shot in it, but it's a little bit different. It's unique in that it has their flight stopper steel. So this steel pellet, it looks like it's got a little rib around it, like a sharp ring, almost like a small mini Saturn, if you want to imagine it that way. That's going to help with penetration on those more heavily flocked animals, like, like the waterfowl, the ducks, things like that. So that's a really cool, unique development they had over at Federal with that one. Now shift back to our last example that we've got here. This is going to be a home defense style round. It can be used for other things, but for this application, this is the Force X2. Has a really unique pellet inside that's pretty split most of the way through, so that on impact it actually opens up, causes a bigger wound channel, things like that. This is going to be your double-aught buckshot, and like I said, this is the Force X2, and it has this neat little split in it. So pretty unique rounds. That's 2 different pellets that Federal has developed that are really innovative. They're, instead of just sticking with those traditional round pellets, they're actually pushing the limits, trying to come out with some new things that are much more effective, taking an old technology like a shot shell and pushing it beyond all the boundaries. Hopefully these examples kind of can give you some visualization as to how broad the differences are between all of them, and the importance of taking the time to check out the box, read what it is about, and to be application specific when you're selecting your next box of shot shells.